Hey everyone, welcome to Carlo's Watch Vlogs. My name is Carlo and this is my channel that's dedicated to everything watches. Primarily Japanese watch brands such as Seiko's and of course G-Shocks, which is our debut episode for this channel. For today's vlog, we're going to unbox, review, and check out one of the most talked about and hyped affordable G-Shocks that you can buy today. This is the G-Shock Casio Oak. Let's go. This is the G-Shock GA 100, also known as the G-Shock Casio Oak. Why is that called that? Because it resembles, or at least the shape and the design, it looks to be inspired by a very popular, ridiculously expensive, mega crazy, insanely hard to reach watch, which is the AP Royal Oak. It mirrors the same octagonal design of the case, and that's probably the reason why a lot of people have come to love this, because the AP Royal Oak is insanely expensive. This one here in the Philippines sells for a little over 6,000 pesos or a little over $100 US. Now this model is called the Stealth Black model, and the problem with this particular color is that it's actually hard to tell the time, especially if it's in a darker room, and that's the reason why we also have two alternatives. And before we go over the features of this watch, I want to unbox and share with you two other colors of this watch. So first up, not too sure which color this is, but we will pop the box open. Then you have, of course, that familiar G-Shock pin. And if we pop this box, oh, this is in the yellow color. So this one I actually bought for my friend who's currently fighting off COVID. So this is the G-Shock Casio Oak in yellow. So very striking, really nice color. Love the fact that G-Shock on dial is also in yellow, and it's just one of those watches that will instantly grab your attention and will stand out in your wrist. So this is the second color that we have. The second G-Shock is very similar to the black one, but instead of an all black dial and all the black minute and hour hands, this one should have like a whiter color, which makes it easier to tell the time because of the contrast. So let's just take it out from the plastic. Bam! So this is what the other watch looks like. So as you guys can tell, you can pretty much read the time better on this versus this all black watch that we have. So you see that side by side. So if you want to look cool, you go for this. If you want to actually have more function, you can go with this white one. So what makes this G-Shock special? What makes it so coveted, and why do a lot of people want it? Now, apart from the fact that it, well, kind of resembles or is inspired by the design of the AP Royal Oak, another thing is that it is kind of unique in the sense that it is one of the thinner and more lighter G-Shocks that one could wear. If you guys know G-Shock, they're usually bulky and big, and if you have like normal sized wrists, you'd want like smaller watches, and this is one of their thinner and lighter models. The case itself is 45 millimeters in diameter, while if you take a look at the height, it's just 12 millimeters. In terms of weight, it's a little over 50 grams. That really makes it perfect for people who want to wear G-Shocks, but they find the normal big G-Shocks too bulky. And the great thing about G-Shocks is there is an assortment of color already that you can pick from here in the Philippines. I saw this black and white one, I saw the yellow one, the Stealth is also just available. I also saw like a red model and even a red-green version as well. Now, apart from being thin, being lightweight, and kind of looking like the AP Royal Oak, this is still a G-Shock packed with features. Now, just so you guys can see it better, I'm going to use the yellow G-Shock Casio Oak to explain the features. So if you take a look at the face, you have that digital display which shows you the time. This one can also show you the world time, also functions as a stopwatch, a timer, and you can even set like 5 alarms. There's also that day of the week indicator over here, and of course you have the G-Shock logo at the top. Now, one great feature that I like is that if you want to take a look at the digital display and, for example, the minute and the hour hand are in the way, let's say it's covering, what you can do is you can press the light mode over here in mode, and it will move the hands away so that you have a better view of the digital display. Now, another key feature of G-Shocks is that they're supposed to be durable. And if you take a look at the back, it says over here, the carbon core guard. That's the black material that you see around the case. That's some sort of like carbon composite material that protects the inner case of the actual watch. So that makes it more durable and lightweight at the same time. It is also 200 meters water resistant, and it has a 3-year battery life. Lastly, you have a spring bar over here, which makes it easy to change the straps. So everything considered, should you buy the G-Shock Casio Oak here in the Philippines? If your budget is primarily within the 5,000 to 6,000 peso price point, and you've always been interested in G-Shocks, or if you are a G-Shock fan and you want a lighter, smaller G-Shock, then obviously the answer to that is yes. I honestly think that this is one of their best releases to date, especially in the lightweight, thinner category. However, for me personally, I bought these watches primarily to review on the channel, the other one to give to my good friend, again, who's battling COVID. Please do wish him luck. And the other one I'll probably raffle away in a future video. The reason why I'm doing that is because for me, it's not a good fit. I have a pretty big wrist, and the thinner and smaller G-Shocks aren't my thing. So again, it comes down to personal preference. My personal favorite G-Shock right now is the Neo Tokyo G-Shock. It costs a little bit more than this, but it's definitely chunkier and bigger, and I just like the feel of that on my wrist compared to these smaller G-Shocks. Also, some people might prefer their G-Shocks to be in tougher material, maybe metal. They prefer it probably to have like Bluetooth so it can count their steps, or maybe they'd want to have it solar charging instead of like battery powered. Obviously, G-Shock might come out with an upgraded model of this in the coming months ahead. It will definitely be pricier, so if you have a little bit more money to spend, it might be better to just wait it out. But hey, if your budget for a watch is just within 5,000 to 6,000 and you're looking again for a lightweight, thinner G-Shock, this is really one of the best that you can get today. Now, if you want to buy one, I will link down below to where you can buy the black and red version over at Zalora, but you should be able to find any of these G-Shocks over at the Tokyo. I think it's called Tokyo. It's like a store of different Japanese brands. They have different branches. The one that I usually go to is the one over at Podium. They have a store at the ground floor. It's like a kiosk, but their main store is on the second floor, and they have these models, including the black one, just newly released, sitting on shelves. And that wraps up my very first watch vlog. I'm so excited. So this is going to be the debut episode, the first episode. So if you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up, give it a subscribe. I would love for you to be part of my journey in discovering more watches. Again, I'll start with Japanese brands. I'm super in love with Seiko, super digging G-Shocks, but it's only a matter of time before we go to the Swiss watches, the more expensive stuff. But for now, totally loving watches like this one, especially the affordable ones that won't break the bank. It's actually more relatable for more people, more than the Rolexes of this world, right? But eventually, we'll get there. Sabay-sabay tayo, aabot din tayo dyan. And speaking of Seikos, our watch of the day. So this is currently one of my favorite watches. So this is the limited edition Seiko Charzaku Gundam watch. It's in collaboration with Gundam for their anniversary. I think they came out with 3 watches. So this one is Charzaku. There is a Zaku model which is green, similar to this model, and there is a spring drive model which looks insanely amazing. So that one, watch out for that. I'll actually be showing that on the vlog very, very soon. So again, like what I mentioned earlier, I like chunky big watches, and this is definitely one of them. Guys, this is Carlo again signing out. I appreciate you joining me on this channel. Again, please do subscribe, leave a comment down below, give this video a thumbs up. I'd love to be with you, for you to be with me in this journey of mine in discovering more watches. And just like what I say with my main channel that talks about sneakers, peace, God bless, what's up, boom.